Hi, Bodhi and I here, guidance on the go. I'm in the back seat today for those of you who feel you're stuck in the back seat of life. We've been feeling a lot of energies, sense of tension, if you will. And if you are one of those folks, stick with me here and let's talk it through. Okay, so first I'm going to roll an angel number for you and get things started off today. 11, good sign. 2, and it's 122 on the timer, and we will leave it there. That's all we need to say. Hey, angels. Okay, so I'm actually going to pull from a new deck because it's called the Audacity Deck, and a short little read. Since we're in the backseat of life, feeling a little challenged, perhaps a little stuck, I was reflecting on something for the curriculum, but basically was this sense of discomfort that seemingly is in the air, and rage keeps coming up as a topic for folks, where you're just fed up with feeling the you know what, the BS of our life. And I was speaking about this being a sense of growth that's just about to happen. It's uncomfortable because you are outgrowing the circumstances, and your higher self knows what's coming, and your body's picking up on it. 222 on the timer, but we're not there yet. And I likened it to an egg where a baby chick's about to be born, or a chrysalis where there's a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, right? Those probably aren't comfortable scenarios. And I'm also thinking just now the baby turtles. It's that season where the baby turtles are born, and then they have to make this mad dash to the ocean, and some don't make it and some do. Poor turtles. Anyways, I digress. But the point is, it's a level of discomfort that we're feeling in the collective, and it's okay. That one wanted to pop out, but it's not. So things are moving slow, and we are placing judgments on it, but you are exactly where you need to be, and that is the reminder from Spirit. There we go. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Spirit. They're a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, so I got 2 cards for us, 333 on my timer right now. And of course, I'm talking about the the audacity. Yes, having the audacity to spring forward in your desired pathway. And we're going to be feeling a tension as we make moves, right? Making moves in silence also requires a little bit of management when it comes to others around us. Not everybody needs to know all of your biz, and not everybody is going to understand what you deal with. And I'll come up with a little example, right? Like someone's going to give you a hot take or opinion on what they think you might want to do, should do in your life. And the bottom line is they don't know what's all the behind the scenes. So you need to take grains of salt, right? Take it with a grain of salt. It's funny, I keep trying to communicate clearly here, and I'm inverting my words, and so this might be significant to you if you're finding communication to be challenging. But what also that I got here was the card. It's called Perseverance, which is similar to, I'm going to hide this little, there's a little but there, so I'm going to hide that, but however, Perseverance for this Audacity card, but it was inverted, it was in reverse. And then we have what's the Last Hurrah. And this one is a different, like it's a very different deck. It's my first time doing this deck, so we're breaking it in together here. This one is giving me a little bit of tower energy with a little bit of the, I want to say carriage, which is interesting, but I wanted to say the, oh my God, I'm still carousel. Okay, interesting. What I'm trying to say is the chariot, and Spirit has me saying carousel, which is something you would see at a fair or, midway, and carriage, which is a very dated term for something that would be the same thing. So I take this 2 ways. The chariot is an ancient mode of transportation. A carriage is a slightly more elevated mode of transportation. However, where we currently are in our lives, we live in and work and use cars. So the carriage is actually feeling a little outdated right now. And this is tying in 555. This is tying in with that general feeling of frustration. So if we're feeling like our perseverance, so our headlong into the sunset is what I'm hearing. All right, I feel like a channel's kind of sort of coming on, so I might have to just let it roll and see what happens. So spirit will give me guidance and it will tell me certain things, but sometimes the message is not what I am expecting to come through. 1, 2, 3, 4. And giving me guidance in terms of feelings. I was discussing rage, however, so I am going to interpret a little bit. I might have to slip back in for some clarity, but this is, I'm not making this up. This is ridiculous. Okay, not ridiculous, amazing. So I pulled what was being asked, and I see like the cold shoulder, and I see the fair weather friend. It looks like the I think it's the 10 of swords card, so a change is sort of coming. And I get the sense that there is a friend group or close friends that we have been in union with or unison with. Well, we may not be in the same unison anymore, at least for this phase, and that is okay. This is a partial channel, so stick with me here. So I was asked to pull and look for the last straw. Let's see if we notice what spirit has been asking me, or telling me rather. What is spirit telling me? There's the coffee, the mother, the devil, Capricorn energy, the tea, and then the one they were telling me to look at in the whole thing is the last straw, and it's a 10. So that's a cycle change. So I'm going to take a look at all of these cards. The first thing I'm kind of getting, which is indicating to me, perhaps in a joyful, playful little way, is that it may behoove me to consider quitting caffeine or cutting down on caffeine. Where I was speaking to rage. If you are feeling rage, then perhaps you are consuming a substance that might not be for your highest good. That is what my guides are kind of indicating here. This is as much a message for me as it is for you. So I'm getting, I'm hearing like red number 5. So if there's like dyes, yellow number 7, I don't know if that's a thing. Check it later. Yellow number 7. Fortunes. Okay. Fortunes foretold. Fortunes foretold. I think this is a reading more for me at this phase, but I'm just going to remind that this might be a time to quit certain substances that are no longer serving you. If you maybe consume a certain food on the regular, could be a sugar protection energy. Bodhi. It's not usually this, as you notice. If you've been here before, he's never been like this. So he might be interrupting this message on purpose, but he's also here for protection, and he's looking out for me. He's looking out for my highest good, even if it's inconvenient. Oh, bing, bing. There it is. That's part of it. When you're feeling this frustration or resistance as you're making this leap from old world to new world, sometimes there are things that are slowing you down, and it's intentional and it's for your own protection. And look at that cute face, how it's like really on guard for thee. So I understand sometimes it can be demoralizing. It can be so frustrating when there's a goal that you have and you're not yet at the goal. I'm being reminded as well that sometimes we have certain feelings around things, mostly because we haven't been caring for ourselves in our highest, best way. And with that, are you staying up too late? Are you on your phone too late? Are you on your phone too much? Are you not getting exercise? Are you not hydrated enough? These are little things that your system requires in order to feel secure, centered, and it's funny, stagnation's coming up, but it's like to unstagnate yourself, which is not a word, I don't think. But anyway, this is part of that reminder, because the way we interpret the world around us, this is a satellite receiver. My guides tell me this all the time. This is the word they use for our bodies, a satellite receiver, you guys. Okay, I can share that with you. I think it's really important to note. It's the way that phrase is put together. It says so much, because even though you might not be direct channeling, or you might not be directly getting intuitive hits in the direct way that some folks on this platform do, You have to trust that you are still receiving things and absorbing energies, okay? And so you're being asked to cleanse, clear, ground, get protected, do those things that you need to do. This is not a sexy reading in that regard, right? This is not a what are they thinking about you type of reading. This is about you, and I'm here for you. I have clients that I work with and friends that I read for, and my vibe and my style, I try to give practical, grounded advice to allow you to move forward. And if this means that I'm mirroring something you kind of knew in the back of your head, and you're like, yes, that is what I've been thinking, this is your confirmation right now, my love. So, anyways, you're awesome. I love you. It's a grind. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. There's grinds happening. I see you, okay? But know that folks from the outside, they don't have the true picture. They don't have the true picture of what you're really doing behind the scenes. Some will think that you've got it so easy. Some are going to think you're doing a tremendous job and you're going to feel otherwise, and vice versa. You might be feeling super successful with your goals as you move in, and then all of a sudden there's someone who's chirping because they don't agree with your path. Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Anyways, we love you so much. Please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Let us know how we're doing. And from the back seat, my back seat to yours, let's get ourselves back into the driver's seat and take some control over our lives. And don't forget to subscribe. I love you so much. Have yourselves a wonderful week.